Part two of chapter 9, linking visions to change, covers three debates. One debate, or the first debate, argues, is vision a proactive driver to change or of change, or does vision emerge during the change process? The second debate talks about, does vision help or does it hinder change? And the third debate in this chapter is vision best ascribed to a heroic or charismatic leader? And if so, how or whether it is best understood as an attribute of organizations? In the first argument, it talks about proponents of visions, those who believe that vision drives change argue vision is the first step and probably the most important step that is needed in organizational change. It provides clarity, it motivates, it keeps the staff engaged during the tough period of times. On the flip side of that argument, those who believe that although vision is important, it may be something that is not possible to articulate early on during the transformational or discontinuous change process. So the argument there says, you can't really have vision until you begin to do the work. And the work actually uncovers those desires or those changes that you need in vision. That's the first argument. The second argument, as we go a little bit deeper, does vision help or does it hinder change? For those who believe that the vision help change, it points to some tangible benefits. According to the text, one of the writers, Lipton, identified 5 particular ways, tangible benefits that vision helps change. Is that it enhances performance, it facilitates organizational change, vision enables sound strategic planning, it helps in the recruiting of talent, and it also focuses on decision making. On the opposite side of that argument, some people will argue that vision hinders change when visionaries or charismatic leaders rely more so on the emotional appeal for engaging change and neglect the everyday operational attention that's needed to detail. And so sometimes vision can also hinder change, according to this argument, where once it's developed, senior management tends to focus more so on the future than the right now. And so that's where that particular argument comes into play. The third particular argument that we'll talk about is the one in which is vision best ascribed to a heroic, charismatic leader? And if so, how or whether it is best understood as an attribute to organizations? Those who agree tend to write that one particular writer believed that successful strategic change will occur when it's led effectively. The change process is designed, it is encouraged, it's stimulated, it provides the vision, it's compelling. All of these are attributes of a particular leader that engages that particular change. The argument to that is that sometimes the visionary who comes up with the lead change, or who is a change leader, doesn't exhibit all the qualities at the time that change is needed. But then they also believe that it's not necessarily the leader, but instead it's the organization, it's the core values that the organization has come to adopt over years that is a lot more successful in leading change. And so these were the 3 debates that were covered in this section. And this was for someone who certainly who has a desire to lead change and has a vision. This is very interesting reading.